Okay, so this is a very exciting meeting for us because we are moving forward with new developments and discoveries in personalized medicine. As we know, it's standard of care now to have molecular markers tested in new lung cancer patients, and that is standard of care now. And now maybe we find molecular markers in 20% of the lung cancer patients. So these patients have a personalized approach, a specific approach. There is 6 lung cancer oral medications that can be given one to each patient based on the gene that the patient has. But we still have 80% of the lung cancer patients that do not have these genes, and we have to give her chemotherapy or even immunotherapy. Immunotherapy is very exciting for us because it's non-toxic, it's a good response, but doesn't have that personalized approach yet. That's why we're working very hard to find markers for immunotherapy. So for example, I do research in trying to get the marker for immunotherapy called PD-L1. That is frustrating for us because after so many years to try to implement this marker that we do in the tissue of the tumor, we haven't found an accurate marker. So part of my research, for example, is we do the marker in blood. We're trying to see maybe doing the PD-L1 in blood can be validated and can be more specific than the marker in tissue that has not been yet fully applied, because some drugs are approved by the FDA without markers, some drugs are approved with marker, and that's a little bit confusing. So that's why this issue with the personalized medicine is very exciting. Tomorrow, for Tuesday, is the main lung cancer session. They are going to present, there is a good chance that they will be presenting one of the ALK drugs that is going to move to the front line, and because it has proven efficacy, it's alectinib. That is why it's a very good, this is probably the most important lung cancer presentation that we're going to have, that these patients now can benefit of this drug. We have now 4 drugs for this ALK, but this drug is interesting because the drugs that we currently use don't protect the brain of the patient. So the patients, despite the fact that they get the personalized medicine, excellent treatment, they respond very well, but they still develop brain metastasis. So one of the benefits of this new drug is that the patients are going to be able to have benefit from the pill, and they will not get brain metastasis anymore. So that's something very interesting for us. That's, for example, one of the presentations in the main lung cancer session. Another development is that in the same line, there is another marker called EGFR. There is 4 drugs approved, and now this new generation of EGFR inhibitors, like osimertinib, they can go to the brain and protect the patient, because the original treatments that we used to use for this marker, for EGFR, didn't go to the brain. So last year in ASCO, we have 2 presentations where this drug shows that has effect in the brain to protect the patients, and this year we're going to have that again. So that's why this is another important landmark for us, because we have these studies. Also, there are in ASCO more than 140 presentations of immunotherapy. As I said before, immunotherapy is not as specific yet because we don't have the marker, but still you cannot discard the fact that we have so many presentations in all of the cancers, and particularly in lung cancer is important for us because immunotherapy just was approved for new patients by the FDA 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, immunotherapy, for first time in history, is going to be used now for every new lung cancer patient, and that's very important that maybe we're doing this today. Maybe a lot of people doesn't know. Any new lung cancer patient with metastatic disease, that are the majority of the patients all over the world, they will not only now get chemotherapy, they will get immunotherapy if they don't have any of these genetic markers. That is very important because immunotherapy adds to the benefit of the chemotherapy in these patients. And then we're going to discuss several of these abstracts from follow-ups from these studies in this meeting. That's why it's a very exciting meeting, because we emphasize personalized medicine, trying to find the right medicine for each patient, not only in lung cancer, but in all the cancers. That's why we're very, very happy with this and these developments.